Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasa Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namāmi Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vichacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavido Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarate Satta Deva Manussanang Buddho Bhagavate Namo Tassa Samma Sambuddhassa Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Epasiko Panayiko Pachatang Veditapo Vinyo Hete Namo Tassa Niyanika Sadammasa Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Ujjapatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Nyāyapatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Samecipatipanno Sāvaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakhineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttara Tang lokasate namo tassa tariya puggala mahasanghassa evang buddhang sarantanang dhammang sanghang ca bhikkhavo Bayang vacam bitatang valo mahamso nahissati Ganasara patitena dipena tamadam sina Tilokadipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang Ganda sambarayutena dupena hang sugandina Pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajanamuttamang Vannagandha gunopetang etang kusumasantati Pujayami munindasa siripada sarorohe Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena Punyena metena cahotu mokkha Pupang milayati yata idang me Kayo tatayati vinasa bhava Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Samanta cakkavalesu atra gaccantu devata Saddhamma munirajassa sunantu sakkamokkhadā Dhamma savana kalo ayang badanta Dhamma savana kalo badanta Dhamma savana kalo ayang badanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Dhammcakka sutta Evang me sudang ekang samayang bhagava Varanasiyang viharati Isipatane migadae Tatra ko bhagava panchavaggiye bhikkhu amante se Dve me bhikkave antapavvajitena nasevitabba katame dve Yo chayang kame sukama sukallikanu yogo Hino gammo poto janiko anariyo anatta sammito Yo chayang attakilamatanu yogo Dukkho anariyo anatta sammito Ete ko bhikkave ubo ante anupagamma Majjhima patipada Tathagatena abhisambuddha Chakkukarani jnanakarani Upasamaya abhinyaya Sambuddhaya nibbanaya samvattati Katamacha sabhikkhave Majjhima patipada Tathagatena abhisambuddha Chakkukarani jnanakarani Upasamaya abhinyaya Sambuddhaya nibbanaya samvattati Ayameva ariyo atangiko maggo seyatida Sammaditthi sammasankappo Sammavaca sammakammanto Samma ajivo samma vayamo Samma sati samma samadhi Ayang kosa bhikkave Majjhima patipada Tathagatena abhisambuddha Chakkukarani jnanakarani Upasama Sambuddhaya nibbanaya samvattati Idang kopana bhikkave Dukkhang ariya sacca Jatipi dukkha jarapi dukkha Vyadipi dukkha maranampi dukkha Apiyehi sampayogo dukkha Piyehi vipayogo dukkha Yang piccang nalabati tampi dukkhang Samkitena pancupadana khanda dukkha Idang kopana bhikkave Dukkha samudayang ariya sacca Yayang tanha punobhavika Nandiraga sahagata Tatra tatra binandini seyatida Kamatanha bhavatanha vibhavatanha Idang kopana bhikkave Dukkha nirodhang ariya sacca Yo tassa yeva tanhaya asesa viraga nirodho Chago patinisaggo mutti analayo Idang kopana bhikkave Dukkha nirodhagamini patipada ariya sacca Ayameva ariyo atangiko maggo seyatida Sammaditthi sammasankappo Sammavaca sammakammanto Samma ajivo samma vayamo Samma sati samma samadhi idang dukkhaṃ ariya sacchanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkhaṃ ariya saccaṃ parineyanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkhaṃ ariya saccaṃ pariññātanti me bhikkave pubbē udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi idang dukkha samudayaṃ ariya sacchanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha samudayaṃ ariya saccaṃ pahatabbanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha samudayaṃ ariya saccaṃ painanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi idang dukkha nirodhaṃ ariya sacchanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha nirodhaṃ ariya saccaṃ saccikatabbanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha nirodhaṃ ariya saccaṃ saccikatanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi idang dukkha nirodhagamini patipada ariya sacchanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha nirodhagamini patipada ariya saccaṃ bhavetabbanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ñānaṃ udapādi paññā udapādi viccā udapādi aloko udapādi tanko panidang dukkha nirodhagamini patipada ariya saccaṃ bhavitanti me bhikkave pubbē ananusutesu dhammesu cakkung udapādi ปัญญาอุตปาติวิจจาอุตปาติอาโลโกอุตปาติยาวกิวันจะเมภิกขเวอิเมสุจตุสุอริยสัจเจสุเอวังติปาริวัตตังดวาดสากรังยะถาภูตังญาณทัสสนังนาสุเวสุดดังอโหสิเนวตวาหังภิกขเวสเดวะเกโลเกสมาระเกสัพพะมะเกสัสสมนาบรมณียปจายะสเดวมนุสสายะอนุตตรังสัมมาสัมโพธิอภิสัมพุทโธติปัญจญญาสิยะโตจักโกเมภิกขเวอิเมสุจตุสุอริยสัจเจสุเอวังติปาริวัตตังดวาดสากรังยะถาภูตังญาณทัสสนังสุเวสุดดังอโหสิอัฏฐังภิกขเวสเดวะเกโลเกสมาระเกสัพพะมะเกสัสสมนาบรมณียปจายะสเดวมนุสสายะอนุตตรังสัมมาสัมโพธิอภิสัมพุทโธติปัญจญญาสิญาณัญจปนะอุดปาติอาโคปาเมเจโตวิมุตติอายมันติมาจาตินาติดานิปุนาภโวติอิดังอโวจาภะคะวะอัตตมนาปัญจวัคคียภิกขุภะคะวะโตภาสิตังอภินันตุนติอิมัสมินจาปนเวยกรณัสมิงปัญญมานิอยัสมะโตโกณฑัญญัสสะวิราจังวิตมาลังธัมมจักกุงอุดปาติยังกินจิสมุทัยธัมมังสัพพันตังนิโรธธัมมันติปวัตติเตชะปนะภะคะวะตาธัมมจักเกบุมมาเทวะสัตตมนุสเวโสเอตังภะคะวะตาภารณสียังอิสิปตะเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอปฏิวัติยังสมเนนะวะบรมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรมมุนาวะเกนะชิวะโลกัสมินติบุมมานังเดวานังสัตตังสุตวาจาตุมหาราจิกาเทวาสัตตมนุสเวโสเอตังภะคะวะตาภารณสียังอิสิปตะเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอปฏิวัติยังสมเนนะวะบรมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรมมุนาวะเกนะชิวะโลกัสมินติจาตุมหาราจิกานังเทวานังสัตตังสุตวาตาวติมสาเทวสัตตมนุสเวโสเอตังภะคะวะตาภารณสียังอิสิปตะเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอปฏิวัติยังสมเนนะวะบรมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรมมุนาวะเกนะชิวะโลกัสมินติตาวติมสานังเทวานังสัตตังสุตวายามเทวาสัตตมนุสเวโสเอตังภะคะวะตาภารณสียังอิสิปตะเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอปฏิวัติยังสมเนนะวะบรมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรมมุนาวะเกนะชิวะโลกัสมินติยามานังเทวานังสัตตังสุตวา ตุสิตาเดวาสัตตมนุสเวสุเอตังภะคะวตาบารณสียังอิสิปตเนมิกดายอนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตาอัปปติวัตติยังสมเนนะวะบรหมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรหมุนะวะเกนะจิวะโลกัสมินติตุสิตานังเดวานังสัตตังสุตวานิมมานรติเดวะสัตตมนุสเวสุเอตังภะคะวตาบารณสียังอิสิปตเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอัปปติวัตติยังสมเนนะวะบรหมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรหมุนะวะเกนะจิวะโลกัสมินตินิมมานรตินังเดวานังสัตตังสุตวาปรณิมิตาวสวัตติโนเดวาสัตตมนุสเวสุเอตังภะคะวตาบารณสียังอิสิปตเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอัปปติวัตติยังสมเนนะวะบรหมเนนะวะเดเวนะวะมาเรนะวะบรหมุนะวะเกนะจิวะโลกัสมินติปรณิมิตาวสวัตตินังเดวานังสัตตังสุตวาบรหมกายิกาเดวาสัตตมนุสเวสุเอตังภะคะวตาบารณสียังอิสิปตเนมิกดาเออนุตตรังธัมมจักขังปวัตติตังอัปปติวัตติยังสมเนนะวะบรหมเนนะวะเดเวมาเรนะวะบรหมุนะวะเกนะจิวะโลกัสมินติอิติอาเตนะกะเนนะเตนะลาเอนะเตนะมหุเตนะยาวะบรหมโลกัสสัตโตอบุกัจเจอายัญชาดัสสะสหัสสิโลกธาตุสังคัมปิสัมปคัมปิสัมปเวดีอัปปมาโนจาอุลาโรโอบาโสโลเกปัตุระโอสิอติกัมมังเดวานังเดวานุภาวังอัตถโกภะคะวะอิมังอุดานังอุดาเนสิอัญญาสิวัตโบคนดัญโยอัญญาสิวัตโบคนดัญโยติอิติหิดังอายัสมะโตคนดัญญัสสะอัญญาคนดัญโยตเววนามังอโหสิติเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะโสติเตโหตุสัพพดาเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะสัพพทุกขาวินาศตุเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะสัพพบายาวินาศตุเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะสัพพโรกาวินาศตุเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะโหตุเตจายมังคลังเอเตนะสัจจวาเจนะปัตตุเตรัตนังตยาอากาสัจจบุมมัจจเทวานากามหิตติกาปุญญังตังอนุโมดิตวาจิรังรักขันตุศาสนังจิรังรักขันตุเทศนังจิรังรักขันตุมังปะรังเอตาวตาจัมเมหิสัมปตังปุญญสัมปดาสัพเพเทวาอนุโมดันตุสัพเพพุทธาอนุโมดันตุสัพเพสัตตาอนุโมดันตุสัพพสัมปติสิทธิยานิพพานสัมปติสิทธิยา कायेन वाचा चित्तेन प्रमादेन Acayang kamami bante buripanya tathagata Kayena vacha chittena pamadena mayang kada Acayang kamami dhammo sanditiko akaliko Kayena vacha chittena pamadena mayang kada Acayang kamami sanggo punyaketang anuttara Imina punyakamena mame bala samagamo Sadang samagamo hodo Yavanibbana patiya Idang me punya kama asavakayang vahang hodo sabba dukkha pamuccatu nibbana sapacayo hodo sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Now the monks, they will one by one take the promise of spending these 3 months in this Vihara. It's just a small sentence. मैं start करूँ ना? नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा इमस्मिन् विहारे इमं ते मासं वसं उपेमि इदवसं उपेमि ते द्वितीयम्पि इमस्मिन् विहारे इमं ते मासं वसं उपेमि इदवसं उपेमि ते तृतीयम्पि इमस्मिन् विहारे इमं ते मासं वसं उपेमि इदवसं उपेमि ते साधु साधु साधु.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Imasming vihare imang te masang vasang upemi ida vasang upemeti dutiyampi imasming vihare imang te masang vasang upemi ida vasang upemeti tatiyampi imasming vihare imang te masang vasang upemi ida vasang upemeti sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti dutiyampi. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti tatiyampi. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti dutiyampi. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti tatiyampi. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemi ti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
अभी सभी लोग 3 बार अनाघारी के सामने रहा, सभी लोग 3 बार नमो तस्सा बोले. मेरे पीछे बोले. इमस्मिन् विहारे इमं ते मासं वस्सं उपेमि इदवस्सं उपेमीति द्वितीयम्पि. इमस्मिन् विहारे इमं ते मासं वस्सं उपेमि idavassang upemiti tatiyampi. Imasming vihare imang te masang vassang upemi idavassang upemiti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Khamami khamitabang sukhino bhavantu abhivadanasilissa nityang buddhapachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balanti. No sound, are you? No sound, no sound. Huh? You just, if you want to sleep, you sleep, but no sound, okay? If you make sound, you are a bad boy. Huh? Okay, let us meditate for some time. So make yourself comfortable in whatever posture you are in. Can you all come a little closer? Yeah, it will be better. Yeah, please come closer. Especially those who are at the back. Yeah, both gents and ladies. It's cold backside also, by the way. That's it. Hey, are you no sound? I told you no. Okay, so make yourself comfortable in whatever posture that you are comfortable in. And keep your body straight, comfortably straight, not stiff, but just comfortably straight. And close your eyes. Now relax yourself entirely, entire body, especially the joints and the muscles. Now let us contemplate on Dhamma, Dhammanusati. As today is Dhamma day, so let us contemplate the Dhamma that is well taught by the Buddha, Blessed One, well taught, that is good in the beginning, good in the middle, and good in the end. It is taught entirely and it is based on the truth. That is, it is based on the experience of the Blessed One Himself. It is taught in a way that is beautiful and that it is simple yet profound, something that everyone can follow, practice as a guide for one's own life, as a support, as a base for one's happiness, peace in life. It is taught in the most clear way. It is clear because it is something that is to do with our life, with our mind, with our happiness, with our suffering, with our joy, with our sadness, with our likes and dislikes, pleasant, unpleasant. Every experiences that we go through. And Sanditthiko, it is verifiable here and now, verifiable here and now, that this teaching is something that you can verify. You can actually see for yourself how it works, how it helps you. Everything that has been said can be seen in our own life. You don't need to wait for future, next life. It is something that you and I can just see it. Akaliko, timeless. The teaching is timeless. It is beyond the time. It is not ancient, it is not modern, it is all the time. Because the human experience is always the same. And it is taught in a way, the Dhamma, that it is relevant throughout the time in history, in the past, now, and in the future. Ehi passiko, ehi passiko. Come and see, come and see. So another quality of Dhamma, that it asks you, invite you to see, come and see, invite you to just see whether it works or not, whether it makes sense or not. You are always welcome to find out, to question everything that has been taught by Buddha. You're not asked to believe, or you're not asked to take something without your conviction, without you being convinced. Epasiko, opanaiko, opanaiko. It takes you upward. If you are on the path of Dhamma, it takes you up and up and up, up and up in your life, in your happiness, in your joy. If you take up the Dhamma, it takes you only up and up. If you're really sincere, honest with the Dhamma, it takes you up and up, never takes you down, only up and up. In every way, you are going to go up and up. Pachattang vedi tabbo. Pachattang vedi tabbo. Every individual have to experience for themselves. It is something that everyone has to experience for themselves. Nobody can make other experience. Others can only guide, but it is something you can experience. It is something that you can, it is something very personal, something very, very personal to you, because it has to do with your feelings, your emotions, your likes and dislikes, your habits, your happiness, your joy, your sadness. So everybody can experience for themselves whatever has been taught, spoken by the Buddha, by the Blessed One. Dhamma is the truth, is the way, is a way of life. It shows you how the law functions, the law of the mind, the law of the action. These laws, which just works on its own, it tells you how can you make best use of these laws in your favor, in your benefit, in your success, in your joy, in your happiness, in your welfare. But this Dhamma is not something outside, it is inside of you. Buddha is just showing it. Buddha is just showing it because he has seen it, he saw it for himself. And now he just tells us. Everyone can be happy, everyone can be joyful, if only one has Dhamma inside one's heart. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I request Jinawangsa Bhante to share a few words of Dhamma, especially on today's importance and maybe Dhammacakka Pavatana. Sutta, Dhammacakka Pavatana Sutta.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Homage to Bade Bhante Ji, Ananda Mitra Bada Bhante Ji. Homage to Acharya Buddha Rakita Bade Bhante Ji. Homage to Bhante Ji here and all monks, dear monks and dear Upasakas and Upasikas. Today it is a great day. We have been celebrating since morning, and Buddha gave this wonderful sutta, Dhammacakka Sutta, on this very day. Here in this sutta, Buddha spoke about two extremes, middle path, that is Noble Eightfold Path, and Four Noble Truths in threefold way, in three ways. And he spoke few more things like about Yatha Bhuta, and at the end he speaks Yankinchi samudayang dhammang sabbang tang nirodha dhammanti. After hearing this, the very first Sotapanna, Venerable Kondanya Bhante becomes Sotapanna after hearing this. So from here, from these topics, I can speak on extremes, two extremes. Lord Buddha said to the monks or who renounce the worldly life to experience freedom. So he advised to a renounced one that one should avoid attakila kamesu kamasu kallikana yoga, which is not to indulge in sensual pleasure, which is not supportive, which is painful, and which is not civilized, not systematic, and which is like leisure, and it is not conducive for happiness. That is why one should avoid indulge in sensual pleasure. So here, why did Buddha say this? Because in one of the sutta he also explained this. He said that this is not conducive for happiness. This practice is with suffering. This practice is with fever. This practice is with affliction. This practice is pursuit for sensual pleasure will not brings us happiness. That is why Buddha said this practice should considered as wrong path. One should not practice this path. And then he also said that when you avoid this path of indulging in sensual pleasure, then it is with happiness, it is with happiness, and it is without suffering, it is without fever, it is without affliction. And then it is considered as a right path. Similarly, Buddha speaks about self-mortification. And here also he speaks in this way. When a person pursued for self-mortification, it is also with suffering, it is with affliction, it is with difficulty, it is with fever. That is why it is considered as wrong path. And one who renounced the world, become a homeless, as a monk, one become a monk or shaman, he should avoid this path, because this path is not conducive for happiness. And when one avoid this practice, and when one not practice this path, then he is not with the suffering, he is not with the fever, he is not with the difficulty. So this should be considered as right path. So Buddha advised to the 5 monks to he advised to avoid these 2 extremes. And whoever renounce the world and become a sadhu, shaman, they should not practice these 2 extremes, because these 2 extremes considered as wrong path. He said this. And he found out the right path, which is called Noble Eightfold Path. And what is this Noble Eightfold Path? Before also we have discussed about this. The very first is right understanding. So right understanding here about right understanding about suffering, right understanding about cause, right understanding about cessation, right understanding about path leading to its cessation. So these are the 4 noble truths. And having understanding regarding these 4 noble truths is considered right understanding. The very first factor of Noble Eightfold Path. Likewise, when we have right understanding, then one can have right thought. The right thought of renunciation, right thought of compassion, right thought of loving kindness. So these are the 3 thoughts. Comes under right thought, right intention, samma sankappa. And when we develop the right understanding, then simultaneously we can practice this right thought or right intention, because we understand suffering. When we understand suffering, that I am also suffering and all other beings are also suffering, then we can have right thought of compassion. And not only that, that is why we understand suffering, that is why we renounce to take life, killing, and we generate compassion and loving kindness. So this can be practice, when we develop right understanding, when we see others suffering. As Buddha said, Sabbe tasanti dandasa, sabbe bhayanti machuno, attanang upamangatva na haneya nagathai. Sabbe tasanti dandasa, every being's fear, every being's they fear to have punishment, and every being have fear of being punished, or every being afraid of being suffering. Oneself understand that oneself a person should keep oneself in other place, in their place, and he should experience that if I experience this punishment and suffering, how I feel. In the same way, one should not punish other, one should not suffer, cause for the suffering of other. Like this, when we think, then we can generate this thought of not killing, and thought of loving kindness, thought of compassion. These thoughts are considered as right thought, comes under Samma Sankappa. Likewise, there are remaining 6. There is third one, Samma Vacha, right speech. In right speech, there is not to tell lie, and not to gossip, and not to backbite, like avoid backbiting, and one should not musavada, pisuna, and fourth one is avoid harsh speech, like abusing. These should be avoided. These 4 speech should be avoided. So this is considered as Samma Vacha. Then Samma Kammanta is not killing, avoiding killing and stealing and avoiding sexual misconduct. This is considered as Samma Kammanta, right action. Samma Ajiva, Buddha said, it is about livelihood. One should not earn by selling any poison or any weapon to kill people, or anything which harm to any living being. By selling such product, one should not earn money. And for the monks, like Samma Ajiva for the monks is to rely on upasakas and upasikas. Whatever they gives, the monks can accept, and they can survive their life on their dana. So this is considered as Samma Ajiva. Then there is Samma Vayama, which is, Buddha said, Samma Vayama means to avoid any unwholesome thought which is not yet arising in the mind. If any thought already arising in the mind, one should try to suppress it or try to overcome that unwholesome thought. If any wholesome thought not yet arising, one should develop it, one should make effort to arise it in the mind. If any wholesome thought already arising in the mind, then one should strengthen it, one should develop more and more in the mind. So this is considered as right effort. This right effort is very necessary in Buddha's teaching. And then the 7th factor of this Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha said, Samma Sati, which is right mindfulness. Like there are many types of mindfulness. And normally Samma Sati means remembering anything. But here in this context, Buddha said, remembering means here, Buddha said, Sati means here mindfulness regarding body, regarding feelings, regarding mind, and regarding the mental objects. So this is considered as right mindfulness. This conduces for enlightenment. That is why it is considered as right mindfulness. And right samadhi, Samma Samadhi, Buddha said. Samma Samadhi, which is right concentration, which is helpful to arise and cause for the wisdom. That is why it considered as right samadhi, right concentration. Sometimes people do meditation and at some time they see some light and they thought they have seen or they are experiencing happiness or they are experiencing nibbana. By the power of samadhi, concentration, sometimes it happened that they experience great light with the great rapture, great happiness. Then they think themselves that they are realizing nibbana, or they are seeing nibbanic dhatu. So in this way, because of this samadhi, sat samadhi, people get confused. So that is why Buddha said that when you have these 4 types of samadhi, 4 jhana, then the hindrances are suppressed, like kama, chanda, vyapada, thina, midda, udacca, gucca, and vichikicha. Kama, chanda, which is sensual desire; vyapada, which is ill will; thina, midda, which is sloth and torpor; udacca, kukucha, which is restlessness and worry; vichikicha, which is doubt. When one attains these 4 jhanas, then one can suppress completely these 5 hindrances. And one is totally away from impurities of the mind. And one experiences great happiness, tranquility, rapture, and happiness. With the pure equanimous, in the 4th jhana, one becomes equanimous, totally equanimous. And one is, with the equanimous, he is aware of all the phenomena, Dhamma. So this samadhi give a complete knowledge about what is right and what is wrong, what is path and what is not path. From here, one can see, one can contemplate on arising and passing, and by making it base foundation, one can investigate in his own mind that his mind has suppressed 5 hindrances and now it is pure. And then further he can develop some other methods of samadhi, like one can develop vipassana from this stage of samadhi. So in this samadhi khanda, the group of samadhi, there are 3 factors like right effort, right mindfulness, and right samadhi. These are the 3 factors comes under samadhi. And there are 2 factors comes under right understanding, panya, that is right understanding and right thought. Then rest of the things, remaining 3 like Sammavacha, Sammakamanta and Sammajiva comes under Sila. So these are the Noble Eightfold Path summarized in Sila, Samadhi and Panya. So this Majjhima Patipada is considered as Noble Eightfold Path which helps to the beings to come out from the suffering of birth, death and aging. When one have this practice of Noble Eightfold Path, then one can easily overcome suffering of birth and one can realize ultimate Nibbana. So then, after developing this Noble Eightfold Path, what is the purpose of developing Noble Eightfold Path? The purpose of developing Noble Eightfold Path is to overcome suffering and to realize Nibbana. And furthermore, regarding connected to this, in this sutta, Lord Buddha speaks about suffering and cause of suffering and cessation of suffering and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. And then further the Lord Buddha divide these Four Noble Truths in 3 categories like knowledge of Four Noble Truth and Kiccha. Kiccha means one should work on Four Noble Truth. Like, as Buddha said, the Four Noble Truth should be known. The Noble Truth of suffering should be known. And the Noble Truth of cause of suffering should be abandoned. And Noble Truth of cessation should be realized. And Noble Truth of cessation, Noble Truth of path leading to the cessation should be developed. So this comes under like a duty which should be done. So this is regarding about what a practitioner should be done. So the very first category of Noble Truth is Noble Truth. We should have some knowledge about Noble Truths and one should done some action, like one should know suffering, one should abandon the cause of suffering, and one should experienced or realized the cessation of suffering, and one should cultivate or develop the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So these are the 2 factors these are the 2 categories. And the third category is the suffering is known. The truth of suffering is known. The noble truth of cause of suffering is abandoned. That is tanha, craving. 3 types of craving is abandoned. And fourth, the cessation, the noble truth of cessation is realized. And the fourth is the noble truth of leading to the realization, the noble truth of path leading to the realization is developed. So altogether, there are these 3 categories. One should have some knowledge regarding Four Noble Truths, and one should practice Noble Truth, and one should realize the Noble Truths. So these are the 3 categories. These Noble Truths are called Dwadasakara, 4 Noble Truths in 12 ways. In different, like one should have some basic knowledge, and then one should do some, like one should take some action on Four Noble Truth, and the action has taken on Four Noble Truths. So these Four Noble Truths are divided into 3 ways in total with 12 factors. And then after seeing these Four Noble Truths completely, then Buddha said that before, when I have not seen completely the Four Noble Truths as they are, I have not announced to the world that I have become an enlightened being, Samma Sambuddha. After realizing these Four Noble Truths in 3 ways, in 12 link, with completely as they are, when my knowledge and vision completely purified after seeing them, then only I have announced to the world that I have become Samma Sambuddha. After that, then the Lord Buddha, this Dhammcakka Sutta, then Lord Buddha is preaching to the 5 monks, and then after hearing this, all of them became Sotapanna on 5th day. Then the Buddha gave another sutta, which is very wonderful sutta, Anattalakkana Sutta. When Buddha gave this Anattalakkana Sutta to these 5 monks, then all of them were become Arahanta. Completely they become Arahanta. Like there are 4 stages: Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahanta, the final one. So after hearing this sutta, Anattalakkana Sutta, all of them were become Arahanta. And at that time, after Anattalakkana Sutta, there were 6 Arahanta in this world. Samma Sambuddha, including Buddha and his 5 friends. So this is, I try to speak briefly on Dhammcakka Sutta, and I hope you understood this sutta. And with this, I conclude here. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Venerable, for your explanation on Dhammcakka Sutta, the first teaching of Buddha. So, I think how can we connect it in our present time, how it is relevant to today's time. In the first is this Bhante mentioned about the extreme, you see. Buddha is not saying sensual pleasure is bad as such, but he's saying extreme. So the key word is the extreme. So please remember the key word extreme, you see. So Buddha is not saying that you engage in some, whatever enjoyment that you have, a good food, a good cloth, or music, or whatever. But if you become addicted and you are doing it too much, extreme, wherein it's not you who is enjoying, it is your uncontrolled desire which is making you to do, and then you suffer, basically, right? You just suffer. Take the example of somebody who is addicted, So after a point, they do not just because they want to do that addiction, but it is just they're addicted, enslaved by their own desire, and then it spoils them physically, mentally, emotionally, in every way possible, in every possible way. So the key word is the extreme. So that's how the Buddha starts this first teaching. He just says, "Dveme bhikkhavente papajitena na sevitabba." So too extreme one should not do. Another extreme is like what Bhante said of self-mortification, which means to torture yourself. Now, if you take it in the modern world, it's something like in the name of, success, career, and what this is the trend we have today, right? Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to just nail it, So, so that is the situation, right? So in that, what you do is you just don't sleep. You just work. You don't eat. You don't exercise. You don't take care of your relationship. What you do is just work. And then you are suddenly 40 or something, and then you look back and you already have a lot of sicknesses lined up. You have no relationship happening, and your health is gone, and a lot of other things are gone. So I think we can connect what Buddha is trying to say by self-mortification in today's context likewise, So in the name of hard working, sometimes you really just make yourself miserable. You literally make yourself miserable. So that's something we can see how Buddha wanted us to avoid these two extremes, right? So just on the middle path. So then he says, after leaving it, go to the middle path, which is balance. And this is again something we all today talk about, balancing, work-life balance. This is something that we all hear, you see. So balancing is what the middle path, and this middle path is the Eightfold Path, what Bhante mentioned in detail. So actually, if you look at extremes, it gives us that some kind of a quick, when you do certain thing extremely, it gives us that quick pleasure, that quick ego satisfaction, that I am doing it, I did it, all those I satisfaction, you get it. But then in the long run, it's not going to help. It cannot be a long-lasting, future, sustainable pattern. It's not going to help. So that's why Buddha is telling us middle path, But you might ask, like, if I go to the middle path, am I going to make progress? By all means, you are going to make progress, because when you are in the middle path, you have more clarity. You can get things done in much more shorter time eventually. Maybe in the beginning it takes time, because you have to now balance everything, because you are training. In the long run, it will be very helpful. So this is something we can take out from the first teaching of Buddha, the avoiding extremes and balancing our life. And how to do that is, and why to do that, If you look at the first noble truth, suffering. So it gives us suffering. And none of us want suffering. We all want happiness. The second noble truth is a desire. As I already mentioned, we have that quick desire, that we all want. Everything we want quick, So that is the desire. And the third one is the end. End can happen when we start slowly coming out of our own, this kind of uncontrolled mind, which is always looking for something very quick, And the path, Eightfold Path, Bhante mentioned, right thought, right speech, in a practical way. Now, Eightfold Path is nothing but how, like Buddha is saying about balancing, but how can you balance, So how can you actually balance? So Eightfold Path is practical approach, practical way. How can you take it as part of your day-to-day life? Like right speech, right action, right livelihood. We all work. So we have to work something which is helpful to us and everyone, And mindfulness, which is our meditation, being mindful all the time and being settled, balanced. So these are Eightfold Path is how can you do it, This is the way the Buddha mentioned. Okay, so now we go to the next program. Chetan, you are there? बाहर है क्या? We have a small program of, I think, short program of some Chivara offering, I guess. Then we conclude. बोला कि लाइए सुनिए, जिन जिन को है बोला कि लाइए. So we have a short program of offering chivaras by some people. आप फोटो ले लो, हम इनको बोलने देंगे मंत्र. इदं में चिवारं भिक्खु संघस्य दानं देमि पूजेमि द्वितीयम्पि. इदं में चिवारं भिक्खु संघस्य दानं देमि पूजेमि तृतीयम्पि. इदं में चिवारं भिक्खु संघस्य दानं देमि पूजेमि. इदं मे दानं, इदं मे शीलं, निब्बानस्य पचयो होतु. साधु साधु साधु. मुझे Chetan, she can also, yeah. उठाना मुश्किल है तो वहाँ रख के टच करके बैठे तो हो जाएगा. So, offering Atha Parikhara, this is the 8 requisite basic needs of a monk. So, this is outer robe, the inner robe, and one extra robe, and a bowl, and then few other smaller thing. So, this is considered to be a great punya to offer to a monk, because the monk, they left home and they are into Dhamma, spiritual life. So it is when you offer, it is a great punya, and especially you offer in the name of the Buddha and all the saints, all the holy saints. Okay, so and one of the reason you offer is that in the next some Buddha in the future, you also get a chance to be a monk. Not this life, don't worry, next life. Oh, his name is Siddhartha. Okay, and you're what? So offering mantra. So please repeat after me. You can just hold and repeat. O khasa mayang bhante idang me atta parikharang dhanena anagate ehi bhikkhu bhavaya pachayo hotu dutiyampi mayang bhante idang me atta parikharang dhanena anagate ehi bhikkhu bhavaya pachayo hotu tathiyampi mayang bhante okasa mayang bhante idang me atta parikharang dhanena anagate ehi bhikkhu bhavaya pachayo hotu idang me dhanang nibbanasa pachayo hotu. Abhivadana silesane chang vodda pachayino chatharo dhamma vadhante ayuvan sukhang balang आयु आरोग्य संपत्ति सग्ग संपत्ति में वचा अथो निब्बान संपत्ति इमेनाते समिंजतोते. May this offering be a cause for your health, happiness, peace and joy, and may it be cause for your progress on the path of Dhamma and your ultimate happiness, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now you can offer to different monks. He wanted to be offered by him and Siddhartha. So yeah. He can hold. Others can also join. Yeah? All of you can also join. Go there. Yeah. You can all join. Yeah, please. You can go there. Go. No. First go there. आप दोनों पकड़ लीजिए इसको. ओ इधर इसका हो गया. Okay. आइए नहीं पहले वो कर दीजिए फिर लास्ट में करेंगे. Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we wish Siddharth lot of good health, strong health. Yeah. May this punya help him. Whatever punya we did from morning till evening today, we share with Siddharth for his good health and strong health in future and now as well. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Bivadana silesa nichang unda bachayano jata dhamma vadanti ayuvano sukhang balanti. May this punya be a cause for your health, happiness, peace and joy. And may you progress on the path of Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so now we conclude here our day-long program from morning till evening. There was a program today the whole day, and now we share all the punya with all of you. May all of you be happy, healthy, peaceful and joyful. May the blessing of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha be with you. May you all be free from harm and danger, sickness and worries. And may all your wishes be fulfilled. May you have a stable and peaceful mind. And may you all progress on the path of Dharma and achieve the ultimate happiness of Nibbana. Bhavatu sabamangala rakhantu sabadevata sabbabuddha na sada sote bhavantu te bhavatu sabbamangala rakhantu sabbadevata sabbadham sada sote bhavantu te bhavatu Galang rakhantu sabbadevata sabbasangha bhavan abhivadana Chattaro dhamma dante ayuvanno sukhang bala Ayu arogya sampatti me vacham atone imenate samenjatote. And we share the merit, the punya with all the beings in the universe. May all beings be happy, healthy and peaceful. May they enjoy good health and happiness. Sukhi bhaveyang dukkha ahanicchang ahang viya hita cha me sukhe honto Majjata chataverino imam hegam satta honto sukhe sada tato paran chakhavale sujantano sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay, so thank you all of you for coming today, this evening, and making this program very joyful, very peaceful, and very beneficial. And it's raining, but you have all have still come. So thank you so much, and we see you next Sunday. So we know, as you may be all aware, there is every Sunday evening program like this, 6 o'clock. So you're all welcome to join every Sunday. And yeah, so I think there is some snacks. You can have some snacks, and then you can proceed. It's raining. If you want to stay, you can stay. Okay, so see you again. Thank you. ये फ्रूट सब उधर लेके जाना स्टोर में ना